The freeze on USDA funding has particularly impacted new farmers trying to establish themselves in the competitive agricultural market. Many of these individuals rely heavily on grants and loans to cover initial costs while simultaneously working to build a steady income. As they wait for the financial support they desperately need, their dreams of running successful operations may wither, creating a ripple effect not just in their lives but throughout the communities that depend on their economic contributions. The fabric of rural life risks unraveling, leaving behind uncertainty for the future and diminishing hope among aspiring farmers. The implications of this funding freeze extend far beyond the individual struggles of farmers. It resonates deeply within their local communities. As agricultural operations falter, associated businesses like feed suppliers and equipment dealers face diminished sales, further exacerbating the economic decline. Local markets, which thrive on the vibrancy of a flourishing agricultural sector, begin to show signs of strain, reflecting the broader economic health of rural areas. With less disposable income circulating in these communities, the potential for significant economic growth shrinks, cementing a cycle of adversity that becomes increasingly difficult to escape. Increasingly, agricultural organizations are sounding alarms about the consequences of the USDA funding freeze. Farmers are joining forces to advocate for legislative changes, emphasizing the urgent need for restored financial aid. They argue that the survival of not just their operations, but entire rural communities hinges on prompt governmental action to resume these vital programs. Local leaders are rallying support and mobilizing grassroots campaigns, hoping to persuade lawmakers to prioritize agricultural funding in the face of competing national issues. Each day that passes without resolution adds to the growing tension in farming communities, as uncertainty looms over their future. The urgency of the situation escalates as farmers band together, organizing rallies and town hall meetings to amplify their voices. They share personal stories of struggle and resilience, hoping to capture the attention of policymakers who remain preoccupied with other pressing issues. Each meeting becomes a platform for discussion, uniting diverse stakeholders from the agriculture sector, local businesses, and community members who all recognize that the stakes have never been higher. With renewed determination, farmers express their belief that collective action can steer the conversation towards a more favorable outcome, as they emphasize the essential role agriculture plays in sustaining not only their livelihoods but also the fabric of rural America. In this environment of heightened awareness, they nurture the hope that their efforts can bring about the necessary change to restore the funding that is vital for their survival. Across the nation, farmers are forging alliances with local businesses, hoping these partnerships can strengthen their advocacy efforts. They're exploring creative solutions such as cooperative purchasing to offset some costs and enhance their bargaining power in the market. By pooling resources, they aim to ensure their operations remain viable even without USDA support, showcasing their resilience amidst adversity. Local chambers of commerce have joined in, emphasizing the interconnected nature of each farmer's success to the community's overall economic health. This collective action not only amplifies their voices but also showcases the community's commitment to maintaining its agricultural backbone, rallying the support needed to urge lawmakers into action. As farmers continue to rally support, their collective voice reverberates through local legislative offices, pushing the urgency of their plight into the spotlight of national discourse. Community members and business owners alike are joining this movement, understanding that the agricultural sector's health directly correlates with the prosperity of rural areas. Workshops are being held to educate farmers on their rights and advocacy strategies, igniting a newfound energy in the fight for their future. Together, they are demonstrating a united front against the challenges posed by the funding freeze, seeking not only immediate relief but also long-lasting reforms that can safeguard their industry for generations to come. Increased collaboration among farmers has led to creative action. They are establishing cooperative agreements to share resources and knowledge, recognizing that unity can bolster their fight for funding restoration. These grassroots movements often involve local leaders who understand the unique challenges of agriculture, providing platforms for farmers to present their collective struggles to policymakers. Through town halls and community events, they amplify their message, emphasizing the critical role agriculture plays in their regional economies. As they come together, their determination fosters a sense of hope, inspiring a renewed commitment to advocating for the financial support they desperately need. As the situation unfolds, more farmers begin to share their stories on social media, transforming personal experiences into a collective narrative that captures the challenges they face. Posts detailing struggles and triumphs gain traction, drawing attention from agricultural advocates and influencers who amplify their message further. This digital movement builds an emotional connection with the public, fostering empathy and understanding about the dire implications of the funding freeze. With each story shared, the urgency grows, and the agricultural community rallies not just for financial support, but for recognition of their fundamental role in food security and rural vitality. Convincing public opinion becomes an essential tool in their efforts to motivate lawmakers to prioritize restoring the essential funding needed to revitalize the industry. As farmers engage in these advocacy efforts, they also explore alternative funding avenues to mitigate the impact of the freeze. Some are considering innovative models such as community-supported agriculture (CSA) programs, where consumers invest upfront in a share of the farm's harvest, providing farmers with critical immediate cash flow. Others experiment with grant-writing workshops, equipping themselves with the skills needed to tap into non-USDA funding sources. With resilience at the forefront, these initiatives aim to foster sustainability in their operations while also building stronger ties with consumers who recognize the value of supporting local agriculture amidst unprecedented challenges. The pressure mounts as time progresses, and farmers express their frustrations to local representatives, urging them to tackle the freeze head-on. They gather stories of economic struggles, personal sacrifices, and the critical nature of their agrarian roles, presenting a united front to policymakers. As their narratives echo in legislative halls, the heartfelt testimonies illustrate that agriculture is not just about crops. It's the essence of their communities and livelihoods entwined with the land. The resolution of the USDA funding freeze will require unwavering commitment and collaboration from all stakeholders involved. Farmers and community members must continue their advocacy efforts while exploring innovative financing solutions to adapt to changing circumstances. Ultimately, securing vital funding is not just an economic imperative. It is essential for sustaining the agricultural heritage that nourishes the nation and binds rural communities together.